Sorry about that, guys. We bite. We bite. Alright, man. Alright. 45. Still got 15 minutes before our 15 minutes before our candle close. Our 4-hour candle close, so we just chilling. Wait to see how this close. YM got the most drastic pullback. Got a real spread here. Everything else is a little bit light. ES, no spread. It's going to say buy 96 as of right now. And Q got a spread. Q got a spread, about 100-point spread from the low 23,744 to the high 23,846, but price is literally right on that high. So that's the leader. Just like bro would say, that's the leader to the upside. ES is the unch. YM is the lagger. Headed to the downside. Alright, good. Got some easy work forming. Yeah, got some easy work forming up. Easy work forming up. NQ over 830. It's going to Friday high for sure. Yeah, NQ is going straight to Friday high. NQ is going to be at Friday high shit before we know it. 23,900 is NQ's Friday high. It's got about 70 points to that. Yeah, man. Day one. Is it short? Day one back in action, guys. My Mac is about to die. Yeah. Holy shit.
Keep this surge good, bro.
Keep that surge good, boys. Alright, I'm notating everything. SL 4-hour on the NQ gonna be 743. SL 4-hour. Yeah, this is Yep. Yeah, buddy. SL 4-hour at the top on the NQ. I mean YM. Yes, candle is gonna close red, no spread.
Yes, candle close red, no spread.
As of right now, got 13 minutes. So as of right now, YM gonna say short. Gonna say short, but it's gonna be at the spread level. ES gonna say short, but no spread, so it's gonna be SL4 short from 815 week high.
Yeah, it's a yeah, and it makes sense because ES is in the middle.
Yeah.
ES is in the middle. We got ES in the middle. And yeah, so it makes sense that it's just checking. No spread. Yeah, so NQ's leading. He's got room to his side, so I wouldn't dare short anything right now. Yeah, so if you look at that YM launch, plain and simple. YM launch, plain and simple, boys. ES is inching in the middle.
boy Kevin just went live.
Get him all news updates as soon as possible.
Alright, guys, headed over to my boy, me, Kevin. See these news updates, man. See what's popping. Alright, what time is it?
Able to.
Alright, we're gonna catch up with this news. Let my boy Kevin do his thing. Right here, though.
Your comments here, but
Nice.
like I wonder where those second waivers are. Anyway, so
I got my audio on. That's the mic's gonna catch it, but
let me do this really
the
quick.
Mac audio's not on. So, but it's cool. It's not gonna. It's not double.
But
Yeah, they got the same.
okay.
It's not double playing, so it's
As
fine.
long as it's not double point.
Okay.
You put Kevin face on it.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So QCEW revisions coming up tomorrow morning. We'll be covering those live because those are at 7 a.m. And interestingly, you might end up being in a place of oops, I did that wrong. Stupid wrong screenshot, Tarvin. Why is that? Oh, stupid.
You said that just like
Sec. Kevin, I'm screwing stuff up. Oh, because my Robinhood. You ever have that thing where you're just trying to like post like your most recent screenshot, but what's it called? Like you have limited screenshot sharing on your iPhone, yeah, then it just like screws everything up. But because your last screenshot could be like a week old. Oopsies, I made a mistake. There we go. Perfect. Okay, perfect. That's done. All right, sorry about that. So QCEW's at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Even Besant is already talking about QCEW's coming in bad, like negative 800,000 revision to the downside, and that's for the March quarter. Keep in mind that March isn't now. Like, it's probably even worse now than what it was then. So, not very excited. Besant did an interview this weekend that's probably worth looking at, just this Sunday, essentially. and talked about these QCEW revisions. People are, including Trump, really kind of starting to say, hey, we're in a place of, we need to ignore the jobs data. The jobs data is not going to be the real jobs data until next year. The BLS is so rigged, it's going to take a long time to unrig it. That's mostly Trump's point of view, trying to buy time, because the reality is you have a pretty weak economy underlying when it comes to lower incomes, medium incomes. It's really the rich that are holding up spending. And when I say rich, that should encompass not just rich people, but it should also encompass rich corporations like NVIDIA, for example.
It's hella levels right here. You need to take
On YM.
Yeah. Wednesday high is right here at the green point and the close point of this current 15-minute candle. The green red points at 375. That's Wednesday high. 45 375, and then you got Monday low 45 338, and then you got previous all-time high 45 394, a Tuesday high 45 289, and then Friday low is at 258. So yeah, so honestly, stops under 289 would be pretty cool.
Alright, so we're looking at one right now. Alright, so the spread 4 hour on the YM is going to be 45 324 by. Closest zone is going to be last Wednesday high 376, so that's the golden zone in here. Is the NQ at Friday's high? Did it hit 23.9 yet?
No, not yet. It's about 40 points away from Friday's high.
Okay.
Yeah, with it being over that previous higher high, it's a bigger structure to the upside.
Order filled.
Too much worried about it getting up being fell. Structure's pretty solid.
407.
The structure's literally pretty solid on 1Q today.
Okay, so I will buy YM in this area, one contract, 500 risk. Have it under everything. Yeah. I'll just call it there.
Yeah.
Have my stop at 45 307. 4 hour spread low. The spread is gonna be 45 324. So then if you can get it to fucking if you can get it to London high, it'd be 850, but if you can get it to our next supply zone, that Tuesday high would be 1.2k. Of course, if you come in with 2, then it'd be a little bit
Order filled.
less road to travel. So we'll see how this candle close. 3 minutes. All right, check around the block real quick. MES, what's the fuck is going on with MES? All right, MES is one short buy. Yep, 45.96, and it's giving it. Yeah, so my thing with the ES, if when price gets a closing candle over 815 Wednesday high, which is that 6508, then you can go ahead and get the stop under 96, take it to the highs. Yeah. So it's a good trade, but middle of the range location. If you're looking at who has the best RR, it's gonna be the Y, closer to the bottom of the range. So
yeah, that's what I got.
that's good. And then Q is just doing his own little thing, pumping up.
Yeah. You can trust it because it's lagging overall, so it's got a lot of number pump.
Behind that previous Friday high. All right, cool. 2 minutes. This candle closed green. I'm finna go in. So 4 hours, 64.96, 50. Actually, if the ES candle close red. I'm just gonna spit out that SL for the short that 65. Alright, YM's gonna be the best for ROI. Spread 4 hour. It's gonna be 45,324. Yeah, I'm finna grab this here. 9:59, 30 seconds to 10. I'm gonna go ahead and anchor myself. Yeah, 45,375 with the SL4 at 45,324. This candle is red though, so that's right now. Red doji. Give me red doji. Gave me red doji. Okay. Alright. ES gave short 6508. So 46508. 815 week high. Short. Cool, no discrepancies on the candles. All right. Yeah, it's just stuck between these weekly zones. NQ still going up. All right, so NQ said ES says short 6508. The nearest level is 6496. No 2 to 1, so I'm not taking that. Best ROI is going to be the YM with the spread 4 hours since I had extended 4 hour candle. Spread 4 hour longs at 45,324. Anchor myself at 10. Price is at 45,375. Not trading 45,360s. So it looks like we're getting a little bit more downside, so we're gonna wait and see if some demand show up. Yeah, simple part right now, just wait for demand to show up. Uncorrelated signals on the 4. NQ green and the other 2 red. NQ's got a spread from the top to the bottom of 130. Okay. So it could go to the bottom. Should go test that spread. 23,745. Most likely, Asian London high is equal. Right under 23.8, so most likely at the most Nasdaq's gonna test 23.8. So at the most, but it's already on the 4 hour. Nasdaq already gave away because it's coming back. So yeah, just be patient, super patient right now. Yeah, if you look at my MYM, my execution charts, the green line's the 4 hour low, so that's the spread 4 hour. So to buy that zone, top of the zone is the SL 4 hour to sell that zone. Golden line is the Wednesday low, the daily level that's in play on all this. So next green candle to close over Wednesday high, that's when I'm going to be taking my trade. Yeah, so my trade is going to be looking like this. Hopefully this is my candle right here. Take it up there. Might even be able to play 50 on this. Really? Because really you need like 75 points, 60 points. Yeah, some of the level I need. Yeah. It'd be nice if you can do like 15 cons. Yeah, in between. 1.5. Then you get like 75 P's. I'm not mad at that. Alright, man. Bet. So 10:03. Just watching these candles. Let's check out Kevin. Here, guys.
From sustainable economy. But it is what it is. So, Trump, of course, is going to try to argue that, hey, the numbers don't matter right now. Like the true boom of what Trump is doing will show up, in a year from now. no, in a year from now, will probably show recession. But that's okay. Markets don't have to price that in right now. I actually think you could be more bullish this week than you could have been last week. So we'll see. Okay, good. So then we've got. Oh, let's see here.
That play is now
Let's get that Besson interview. And
That's nuts. Man.
let's do that. Scott Besson. Yeah, here it is. NBC News. All right, we're going to go through some of this together. Let's see what he's got for us. All right. All right, here we go.
Joining me now exclusively is Treasury Secretary Scott Besson. Mr. Secretary, welcome back to the press.
Already here.
Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I do want to start right there on the jobs numbers. National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett told me in an interview the numbers look, quote, weak. And you just heard me say there that Moody's chief economist called this a jobs recession. I want to give you the opportunity to respond to Mark Zandi. Do you see this as a jobs recession?
Well, Kristen, when I was here with you in April, there was a panic because the stock market had gone down, and you remained.
There was a panic, not because the stock market went down, you knucklehead. There was a panic because the stupidest thing since the Great Depression, Smoot-Hawley tariffs of the 1930s, were implemented. That's why there was a panic, you nut job. Like, how hard is that? Freaking nut. I'm gonna write that down. It's so dumb. It's all right.
Pretty calm, but a lot of other mainstream media people were in a complete lather over the stock market performance. President Trump held the views on tariffs. He was proven right. We had the quickest stock market recovery in history. We're at new highs in August, and we're not going to do economic policy off of one number. We believe that good policies are in place that are going to create good, high-paying jobs for the American people. Two, let's look at the efficacy of this number. August is the noisiest month of the year. Typically, the highest revisions come in August. That's why it's important that we have good data. Austin Goolsbee, who's head of the Chicago Fed and probably the most partisan person at the Federal Reserve in leadership, came out and said, I don't know if these numbers were that weak. I don't know if I'm going to vote for a cut in September because it may have something to do with the
Dude, Goolsbee moves the way the wind blows. This guy's now praising Goolsbee. We talked about this. We talked about Goolsbee as, no balls Goolsbee last week. Because it's like, why are we saying that? Last year, if labor falls, not sure we can stop it where we want. This year, labor is falling, but probably just because of immigration. Yeah.
It's really like 60 P's right here. 57.
Mr. No Balls.
Yeah.
No balls. That's what I'm calling Goolsbee.
immigration
Right,
deportation. So this is why we need the data. Three, if in fact these numbers are true, it shows that President Trump was right about the Federal Reserve. They are too late. And because of the bad numbers, they likely would have been cutting in June. And if we believe the numbers, and four, I can tell you the one thing this administration is not going to do, and we are not going to let the Democrat media surrogates do, is during President Biden, President Harris's campaign, they told the American people, it's a vibe session. You don't understand how good you have it. President Trump was elected for change, and we are going to push through with the economic policies that are going to set the economy right. I believe by the fourth quarter, we're going to see a substantial acceleration.
Okay.
That is a bullish catalyst. Hashtag
Bullish catalyst.
bullish catalyst. Besson, calls for a bullish acceleration by Q4. Now, how could this happen? How possibly by
46.
First of all, this week we already know the data is going to suck. First, we already know the data will suck this week. Old news. Quite bullish this week. This hope of a Q4 boom is unlikely, in my opinion. But people will think that a 25 to 50 BP cut in September, in what is it, in 9 days? Yeah, 9 days. In 9 days, will boom the economy in Q4. IMO, we're cutting into recession, but it's way too early to think stocks will price that. Therefore, bullish catalyst. So in other words, you could actually short-term agree with Besson that stocks probably have upside ahead of them. So short-term, Besson will look right. Stocks may continue, or I'm going to say likely. Stocks likely to continue uptrend for the short term. You probably don't have bad enough data until October. Data probably isn't bad enough until October for Fed or for markets to start caring.
In the cabinet shed.
Coal Santa. All right.
Be right back, guys.
Let's keep going.
We'll have you back definitely to check back in with you then, but let me drill down a little bit more on these numbers, Mr. Secretary. The president said that these tariffs are going to spark a manufacturing renaissance.
No.
But since he announced them in April, the U.S. has actually lost 42,000 manufacturing jobs. Are these numbers proof that the tariffs are failing to produce the manufacturing jobs that President Trump promised?
Again, Kristen, it's been a couple of months, and with the manufacturing sector.
Somebody says the data's already bad. Don't get started. Oh, no, I agree with you. I think the data's already absolute ass. I totally agree with you. But, what I'm saying is I don't think this week is the week we're going to start pricing in the recession just because we have, PPI, CPI, and QCEWs. Those were catalysts. But ironically, we already expect inflation to be high and the QC dubs to be bad. What else are you going to tell me,
Sector, as you know, we can't snap our fingers and have factories built. So what we are seeing is a record amount of investment intentions. We've seen a CapEx boom in the first half of the year, and I think that was actually held back. The One Big Beautiful Bill, which has full expensing for factories and equipment, was passed on July 4th. Many companies were holding back then. So we are going to see construction jobs and we're going to see manufacturing jobs.
But Mr. Secretary, the economy did add nearly 500,000 manufacturing jobs under former President Biden. In this case, since April, again, you're actually losing manufacturing jobs. Is that problematic for your policy?
Well, a couple of things, Chris. We're going to get the revisions for last year next week, and there may be as big as an 800,000 job downward revision. Again, this would be the second downward revision, so I'm not sure what these people who collect the data have been doing. It's good. We need good data. Secondly, what we are seeing is the jobs that are being created are going to either native-born or legal Americans. Most of the jobs created under the Biden administration, they went to illegal aliens.
Well, and I think that there would be a lot of debate over the fact that they went to illegal aliens, but let's keep moving.
No. That's the fact.
Okay, let's keep moving though, because I want to talk about what U.S. companies are saying right now, Mr. Secretary. The New York Times wrote this about John Deere, the impact the tariffs are having on that company. Quote, last month, John Deere said net income in its most recent quarter was down 29% from a year earlier. Higher tariffs have cost the company $300 million so far, with nearly another $300 million expected by the end of the year. This summer, the company laid off 238 employees across factories and...
All right, guys, about to get the signal on the YM. Bullish candle on the 15 off the level over Wednesday high. Stop under the 4-hour spread. Now you get 10:15. About to put it on to be done for the day, man. 3 seconds. About 45 seconds, man. 45 seconds. I'm about to put them on. 1 YM. Target's gonna be 45,635 Thursday. Friday high, but 2 to 1 on. A little bit more if it stays down here. Yeah, because 15 on the US is going to be red. If you continue red, that would be. I just need that NQ. I need that NQ. I need that NQ candle on the close, man. 5 seconds, man. Woo! Alright, I like that candle. Alright, I like this wick. I want a little bit more if you can. Alright, I'm going. You going? You in? Let me know. Alright, I'm getting in. The wick kind of small.
Order filled.
Yeah, this is. I'm even risking too much. As far as points wise, I'm risking 550 to bit way like the low.
Yeah, I'm risking 5.
I'm risk 5 on the head. Yeah, make sure everything got in. Shit. What happened?
No.
Okay. Watch yourself. 600 under the low. 600 even under the low, gang. I'm gonna have to do it.
I'm going 6 million.
I'm gonna have to do it, man.
6 million.
I'm gonna put it down there, and then if it breaks the low, then I'll have the option to go ahead and get the fuck on. And I'm making 13.
Yeah, so I'm still 2 to 1.
Yeah, I'm 2 to 1. Crazy. Alright, yeah, this is me, man. It's a perfect trade. Spread 4-hour longs on the YM.
What's the BE?
Entry at 45, 379. This might be my same entry from that bullshit last week. It is 100 points from there, so 46.
40.
Excuse me, yeah, 40. 40 is gonna be the break even. Full TP is gonna be at the Friday high. Break even at 46. Excuse me, 45, 480. Let's have it all visual here for me. Alright, that's me, man. Yeah, probably should just risk the 5. If it breaks that low, man, that's just gonna be it. I'm gonna keep it though. Yeah, it's a shiesty. It's a full shiesty. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's me, man. Go ahead, get them specs down. Get them specs down. This is perfect. Look, entry on Friday, bro. 45,380.
No way.
On mom's. With the stop, my stop was 45,267. And my stop today 45,260.
I only lost Friday because I entered on a 5-minute candle, not a 15. So this should be decent. Should be decent. Let's see what happens with it. That's the thing with the fucking
process
all the way through. Yeah. What time is it? I mean, what's the date? Steve. Alright, man. Go ahead, get my thug on. Notate this in my batch. That's in 600. Like, that's such a good trade. I'm not gonna lie. Especially with that extendo stop. Like, I'm still break even at 100, but yeah, I'm still breaking even at 100. It's crazy. It just gives me that comfortability because the ride is fucking stop on the bitch.
Right. Alright, so location is YM. The signal is spread 4 hour. So we got a spread on the 4 hour, which just simply means it's over a 2 to 1 R from the 4 hour low to the 4 hour high. Very simple. The spread was 45.324, and then we playing Friday low. Don't play with them now. I'm playing Friday low. That's 45.260. 45.260. So that's a very good trade. I'm not gonna lie. 45.379 on the entry. Stop loss 45.259. So it's about 100. About 100 points. I mean, it's like an extra 10 points, bro. Relax. I come in the risk like 550, 600. So
my back end is 650.
Yeah, my back end kick is 650. So yeah. Break even at 45.479. My TP1 is gonna be the SL4. So we're the top of the 4 hour, 567. Overall TP is gonna be Friday high, 45.634. All right, we didn't miss anything, right? Give me a double check for me.
Yeah, I just checked everything. Everything's good. Spread's good. EQ's backing up a little bit. If you can find some demand, we should take the fuck off. Completely.
All right, good. YM was the lagger, so it probably shouldn't be able to pull back anymore.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy.
Yeah.
That shit.
With AQ being the leader, it can still stand and pull back. We be in the green. Even more so if the NQ shits out. All the liquidity should go to YM. All the traders should go to. Just watch that. Watch that Asia London low at 464. That should be good.
Yeah, did that even correlate to nothing? That didn't even correlate to shit.
That wasn't nothing.
Yeah, that's not, that wasn't shit. Didn't correlate to nothing. Asia high and London high is close to the 46.527 area, which is a last Monday low. Last Monday low zone is probably gonna be the closest.
Okay. Just watch for your break evens and just have a heat zone between that 60 and 64 and 84 just to be safe.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's see.
Who's calling my phone? Who's calling that shit?
Who's calling that shit? YM's calling that shit, but 45.567. Alright, we took a spread 4 hour. Only true break evens. Got my execution chart here. Alright, we good, man. Let that thing roll, man. Let that 1023. That's me. Alright guys, YM longs, just see my whole process, man. I'm gonna let this play out in 2 combines. Like I said, this is the road to live funded with Topstep. Actually in 4 combines. I got 2. My partner got 2 right here with me. So yeah, man. We all set. We in our trade for the day. Stop under yesterday's low. And besides that, let price work, man. This is where We apply patience to get in. We apply patience to get out. We got our signal on the 15 beautifully. Price is continuing. Looking good. Unless something crazy happen, we should be good. So I'm going to just sit back and let this play out. Overall, either way, my wrist is intact. So yeah, we here, man. I'll be back. Well, actually, I'll be here. On the back end, going to take a little stretch. Yes, sir.
Friday, you started interviewing potential successors. Do you want a Fed chair who will factor in the president's input when it comes to...
Somebody in the chat says, didn't he just complain about cherry picking data? Yes, good point. That's actually funny. Ironic, Besant will cherry pick data that supports him, but complains about John Deere as an example of manufacturing suffering being cherry picked. Yeah, true. Good call.
Setting interest rates, is that what you're looking for?
We want someone who has an open mind and will factor in different policies. Because, you go back and you look, Alan Greenspan in the 90s, they realized that we were in the midst of a productivity boom with the internet, with office equipment being used. I think that we are in the midst of an AI productivity boom. So we want someone with an open mind. We have seen that the Fed, as I wrote in the Wall Street Journal on Friday, and in a longer article in the International Economy, has consistently overstated or overestimated GDP when Democrats are in office, consistently underestimated GDP when Republicans are in office. So we need...
I want to see his Wall Street Journal, Besant op-ed. Okay. Central bank put its own independence at risk by straying from its narrow statutory mandate. That's fair. I mean, that is okay. He's actually, but you could be right about this and wrong about everything else. This talk about, green energy or diversity or whatever. Okay, de facto, blah, 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 de facto backstop, harmful cycle. Successive interventions created what amount to a de facto backstop for asset owners. The harmful cycle concentrated national wealth among those who already own assets. Yeah, that's capitalism, bro. Yes. Homeowners saw property values soaring with insulated by fixed rate mortgages, less affluent or screwed. Yeah, I mean, this is unfortunately, that's a feature of capitalism. Saying that with the Bowser mug. Dude, look how sexy this Bowser mug is today. Hold on a sec here. This is important to tangentially discuss my mug. Look at that. How sexy is that? Yeah. And we're not even demonstrating the short shorts today. Oh, I have shorter shorts on today than my normal short shorts. These are like marathon runner short shorts. Although I haven't been able to go on a run in like 3 days. I'm very sad. All right, let's see. Expanded power, set of accountability, presidents and Congress expected intervention. Okay, regulatory overreach compounds the problem. Dodd-Frank significantly. Dude, Dodd-Frank is good. Dodd-Frank is a great way to prevent dangerous lending. Heart of independence lies in credibility, blah, blah, blah. U.S. thesis, medium term. He didn't talk anything about GDP. Yeah, looking ahead, the Fed must scale back distortions it causes to the economy. Unconventional policies such as QE should only be used in true emergencies. Oh, interesting. Besant's actually leaving the door open to using QE. Oh, I still have a ton of RuneScape mugs. Don't you worry about the RuneScape mugs. There are plenty of RuneScape mugs. But I'll bring back more. I'll bring them back into the videos more. We cycle them between locations, so I'll bring them back. What's going on over here? Oh, interesting. That's a nice confirmation, by the way, on the Qs. That's hot. I like that a lot. Okay, cool. All right, let's keep going with this Besson interview. Scott Besson. Scott Besson. Where did I put it? There it is.
To get rid of this orthodoxy that has led them to so many mistakes.
You talk about what you wrote in the Wall Street Journal. You say the Fed's independence comes from public trust, but it's worth pointing out the president has consistently criticized Fed Chair Jerome Powell, has leaned on him to lower interest rates. He's trying to get rid of Fed Governor Lisa Cook. Bottom line, Mr. Secretary, will the Fed chair set interest rates or will President Trump?
The Fed chair doesn't set interest rates. The FOMC sets interest rates. So it is a board.
Should President Trump have a say?
And the President Trump is going to make his views known just like President Biden did. President Biden in the State of the Union, his last State of the Union, said he thought there was going to be an interest rate cut. Senator Warren called for a 75 basis interest rate cut.
Yeah, because the jobs market was rolling off a cliff.
This time this year.
All right, last question. Russia. Overnight, Russia hit Kyiv in the largest aerial attack on the country since the war began, Mr. Secretary. It caused NATO, in fact, to scramble jets. You have a very high-stakes meeting on Monday with key economic officials from European countries. Is the administration prepared to impose sanctions against Russia now?
President Trump, Vice President Vance had a very productive call with EU President Ursula von der Leyen on Friday. She followed up with a call with me, and we are talking about what can the two EU and
Now here we go. I can't help it if I'm popping, see them watch like I feel fabulous. Go work it out. I hit it back with a brand new style. I'ma shout it real loud and proud. Baby, I'm fabulous.
You live in a Pulte home? You live in an innovative home that's built for you. And a home that's built for you has plenty of storage and clean water filtration, a dedicated home office that has enhanced Wi-Fi, and spaces built for entertaining friends. Pulte Homes. More life built in.
pressure on Russia, but we need our European partners to follow us, because if the U.S. and the EU do this together, we are in a race now between how long can the Ukrainian military hold up versus how long can the Russian economy hold up. And if the U.S. and the EU can come in, do more sanctions, secondary tariffs on the countries that buy Russian oil, the Russian economy will be in full collapse, and that will bring President Putin to the table.
Okay.
Right.
All right, Mr.
But Russia has a wartime economy. Russia economy will collapse. No, not with their own money printing and wartime economy. In fact, if we go look at what is USD to Russian ruble, let's see how we're doing here. So let's see, or I guess I should put it the other way. Ruble to USD. That's crazy. Look at this. So you're actually, from the start of the war, the ruble's up 30% from the start of the war. The whole following the start of the war. That's crazy. With Russian, or despite I should say, in spite of Russian money printing, ruble is up 30% from the bottom of the start of the Ukraine invasion. It is though down, only down 3% from before it. Only down 3% from before the war. Really gives them the opportunity to keep printing, and that's relative to the U.S. dollar, right? Relative to USD. You always have to, when you talk currencies, you always have to, make it somewhat relative to the other currency because, you know, it's also possible that the dollar is weakening. Now, if I go look at the dollar, let's go U up. So U up on dollar, yeah, some recent weakening, right? But I mean, we're at about a summer 22 trend, right, or position right now. We fell off a cliff right after that summer. I remember that summer. That was fun. All right, wow. That's an interesting best in interview. I'd say probably, actually almost certainly should push for or do a, what's it called, a summary on that. But, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see here. How are we doing over here? Oops, okay. So that's fine. That is really interesting. Okay. All right. Let's listen over here.
Not cut rates now. And later on, financial is one of the worst performing sectors this quarter, but could a resurgence of M&A be around the corner? We've got the latest on a new deal when Squawk on the Street returns.
Okay.
Modern businesses.
Okay.
Powering the engine of modern business. Comcast Business.
Okay, let's try the doomers.
Well, that's a very important issue, because what we have seen is a drop in traffic. Less people are coming in. I would say close to 20 to 30% decrease in traffic. But the good news is that the ones who are coming in are buying. And our business is up, interestingly, in the last few months. It is up because of the fact of our setup. You know, we are the largest interior design network. Our interior designers have built great relationships. Our clients work with them.
What are we talking about here?
So our business with the existing clients...
Oh, Ethan Allen, the furniture business. Let's see if he says anything about tariffs. Tariffs.
Even the ones, some existing, are holding back. But overall, business is somewhat up. Yet the fact is that traffic is down. And I believe that as we go forward, we will see what we need to do. But it is because of our unique structure, the relationships that our interior designers have with our clients.
20 to 30% drop in traffic
for us.
Farouk, you started this interview talking about the talent you need for these manufacturing plants. In the latest jobs report, we've seen 4 consecutive monthly declines of manufacturing jobs here in America. There's also some tension when it comes to immigration and the difficulty in finding labor, especially specialized labor for some of these jobs. You also mentioned investing in technology. Are you looking at trying to be less reliant on this immigrant labor base? How are you thinking about getting the necessary people to work in your manufacturing facilities, especially in America?
Yeah, it's a very, very important issue. You know, we are in state of Vermont, major manufacturing. We're in North Carolina. What has happened so far is, look at in the last 5 years, our manufacturing headcount in the United States is down by over 35% due to technology. Technology has been a critical factor in taking care of this issue of having less labor, and especially, as you said, even people coming from overseas. So we are continuously having less headcount, but a lot of technology. Now, that is tremendously important. The other factor in the United States, people don't talk about it, is the issue of medical costs. I mean, medical costs are a tremendously major factor. One of the reasons we have been able to manage is with a 35% reduction in headcount has reduced our headcount. I mean, our medical costs. But our medical costs in the United States is a disaster. And you know, the folks in Washington don't talk about it.
Now, this is interesting. About Besson, there's a political piece. Why? Oh, this is hilarious. Look at this. Because we just watched the Besson interview. I'm going to punch you in your effing face. Scott Besson threatens an administration rival. What? Now this is juiced. At a private dinner attended by dozens of administration officials and close advisors to the president, temporarily marred by a dramatic clash between Besson and Bill Pulte, Wednesday evening, last week. It was supposed to be one of celebration. Okay, why is my highlighter off? I need my highlighter. Oh, the page isn't fully loaded. What crap? Oh, okay, wait, you gotta load the rest of the ads. That's trash. That's dumb. All right, Wednesday evening event. Okay. Let's see. Long table for some 30 guests. Treasury Secretary, blah, blah, blah. Chamath. Cocktail. Amid the cocktail dine-in, Besson lashed out at Pulte in an expletive-laden diatribe. Besson had heard from several people that Pulte had been bad-mouthing him to Trump. Why the F are you talking about me to the president? F you, Besson told Pulte. I'm gonna punch you in your effing face. See, like, this actually aligns with what we said when we were talking about him 20 minutes ago, where he's like that kid on the kickball field. Well, if it's so bad, why are you playing kickball with us then? Yeah, it so aligns. I mean, it's like, A, hilarious, but B, also totally aligns with what we're seeing with, you know, Besson's attitude. Let me make sure this is going through here. One sec. Okay, there we go. The scene was described to me by one eyewitness and 4 other people. Oh, okay. All right, so we got 5 people, basically. The only fact they disagreed on was whether Besson or Pulte initiated the conversation. That doesn't matter. They described the conflict. Okay, the people who described it were anonymous. That's fine. The tense encounter prompted the club owner to intervene. It's either me or him. You tell me who's going to get the F out of here. We could go outside. Oh my gosh. To do what? To talk? No. I'm gonna effing beat your ass. Dude, this is the administration for you. Well, somebody says Trump is live. Is that true? What's he yapping about today? Oh, this is just comedy. That's some event.
My Texas campaign, and we went through 6 primaries, and we went through everything that.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that, but I don't know that I want to sit there and listen to rambling right now. The confrontation, which one Trump insiders called bonkers and another unhinged, underscores the surprising tensions between top Trump officials. Okay. Behind the scenes, the two men have clashed over a turf war of the mortgage giants, as well as other matters. Right. That's the downside risk to Fannie Freddie, that they don't end up wanting to privatize them, and then the Treasury Department keeps that revenue, which is, frankly, a lot of sexy revenue. You know, I don't think Trump wants to give that up, but everybody thinks Trump's going to end up privatizing Fannie Freddie. Let's see. Pulte has close ties to Lutnick. Oh. The Commerce Secretary and Besson have had a rocky relationship. Yeah. The two men competed for the Treasury position. Oh, Bill.
Picture this, a phone with a pro camera that uses AI to help you take photos like a pro.
Markets, right. I mean, I remember back in April, Besson would get the market to go up and Lutnick would get him to fall. Cautious operator has been called moderating influence. That's fine. Meanwhile, Polte, a brash 37-year-old, has taken a more...
All right, guys. As you can see, just took my wrist off of the trade. Been in the trade for about maybe 25 minutes, but we did hit the Age of London zone. Did break even a little bit before my true break even, which that might bite me if price does pull back here. But it's rather be safe than sorry at this Age of London zone, because my break even is just a random number 100 points away from my stop. This is our actual zone, so gonna go ahead and break even here. Made a high of 62. My break even was 79. I mean, you're talking about 17 points on the YM, roughly. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a full stop. So went ahead, took my risk off. So whatever happens in this trade, we're risk off, break even. But overall execution was perfect, as you can see on the screen on my right side. Our signal from the 4-hour spread. 4-hour was at 45.324. We had a Wednesday high zone at 45.376. Got in at 45.379. Once this candle right here at 10 o'clock closed over that Wednesday high zone, and we put our stop at right at about 45.260 under Friday low, just in case anything happened before we got to our break even level, and then we broke even at about maybe 90 points on a 100-point stop. So that's gonna be me for today, man. That is Monday. That is processed to the T. That is everything. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and we'll update you guys on how this trade ended tomorrow. But overall, it's either gonna end break even or it's gonna hit this 2-to-1 TP up here. So we'll find that out tomorrow, guys. But overall, man, I'm happy to be back. Happy summer's over. Grinding hard, man. Started off this week with a very good trade. This trade is in these combines, also in 2 other accounts, man. And like I said, the series that we're on right now is Road to Live Funding with Topstep. And that's from combine to XFA to the live funding process. So that's through payouts and everything, guys. So I look forward to you guys catching that. And other than that, man, that's gonna be it, man. I'm up out of here. You guys trade safe. Tap in with the Discord. We live in the Discord. Summer's over, man. Full-fledged work is going in. Look at that pump right there. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Where's your TP at?
I got 12. I got 13 at that Tuesday high, but I'm gonna be hand on the trigger around London high.
45, 580
for 1,000.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Price, should get that.
All right, I'm gonna do the same. 580, and I'll make 1,000 even. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, yeah. So that'll be a clean about 2-to-1 R on my wrist. Would like to go get a 3-to-1 R, but hey, it's Monday, man. So I'll go ahead and do my thing. If I can get this 2-to-1 TP, then I'll be up out of here. So, but overall, man, that's great. I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here. Drop some shorts from today's episode, man. And we'll post results. Excuse me. Post results in a separate video later on today. We are gonna have some educational videos dropping at least about 2 or 3 a week. Going forward, just so you guys can get the bearings on our strategy, pretty much what we just showed, like the whole process, my run plan, everything, how we build out a trade all the way down to execution like we did today. Kind of get to the point where instead of relying on signals, you can rely on making your own trades, you know what I mean? So that's what we'll be doing, man. Besides that, it's 10:50. I've been up since 5:30 in the gym, cold plunging. So I'm about to go ahead and sign off, man. Get on to the rest of my day. But overall, True break even just got hit. Let's go line right here. True break even hit at 10:50. What time we get in this trade? 10:15. All right, cool. We hit the true break even. It's literally nothing for me to do but wait for this TP up here to get hit, which is very well should. But we'll see, man. we'll see. But yeah, we'll update you guys. Today probably gonna cook up a little video in the afternoon, so I'll let you guys know what happens here. But overall, appreciate you guys, man. Happy to be back. Happy summer's over. Happy fall is in, man. Hope you guys did the right thing during the summer, so you're able to come back like I am, like my partner is, and you're just strong, confident, putting on good trades with a plan and a goal. You know what I'm saying, on what you want to accomplish before the end of the year, man. So besides that, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get it moving. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, man. Appreciate you guys. Rock.